Hello, this is Stephen Childs, teamfairness.com. I reworked the startup page. It's better. It's getting better. I think the argument between idealism and materialism, the universe is conscious, and consciousness creates matter, is the idealistic point of view. So that would be like a God that's consciousness. The mind of God creates material, so it's conscious. And then physicalism is that we evolved. It's called materialism sometimes. And a lot of the skeptics are silly about there not being any ghosts or extraterrestrials if there's not evidence. Well, they're not going to get any with that attitude, you know what I mean? They won't get any evidence. A lot of them have the evidence and they're lying about it because the spirit they're helping wants to keep it secret. It doesn't want me talking about it. So it's always saying, shut up, shut up. And I'm saying, yeah, but there's like this information I want to tell the people of the world, that these beings gave me these dreams that I'm the Christ. Why are they doing this? Why is everybody hearing me in their head? There must be a reason. Maybe you're supposed to listen to me for a minute. Just open up teamfairness.com and read it. It's like half a page. So they put everybody in my mind in a dream a long time ago. And they're asking me, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't do anything. There's just infinite space. That's all I can see about the mind is it's infinite space. No form, so everything fits into it. So anyway, they gave me all kinds of dreams. You wouldn't believe how many dreams they've given to me. So I wanted to talk about, I read I think it was Joseph Campbell maybe. I heard this story, read a story that touched me years ago. And it's about the spring at the end of the world. There's no more water. In the story, they don't have water anymore, and they have to go to the end of the world to get, there's a spring there. And I was thinking, well, that's like the end of the world in our chronological time, like World War III stuff. Yeah. And so the people are dry, you know? And so there's water at the end of the world, at the spring at the end of the world, where everything comes from. Everything comes from that spring. So it's not hard to understand what I'm talking about. So anyway, there's always double meanings. At least two ways to look at things. And one way is like to have a secret camera to look at things with. So, let's see. Let's change subject. Yeah. So you know Team Fairness says if you agree to stop doing people wrong, your past is secret, don't you? I want you to know that. That's why you need to look at teamfairness.com and read the 4 pages to stop the insanity of tribal warfare in the age of secret cameras and nuclear weapons. Yeah, so it's like none of my business if you'll stop doing me wrong. I know they've been watching me. I think they've been watching you too. Yeah. The extraterrestrials, they know us. They know every thought we've ever thought. They're godlike. The ones that I'm talking about. So anyway, the spring, and then I was going to talk about, oh yeah. I made a video a while back and I was real upset. They're doing some kind of spooky magic on my food, and that I don't know what it was that I was eating. The next day I dreamed of it a few days later, and it's coming from it's like an alien. And it's like almost like vomit coming out from its head, right? And it's kind of like a long snake-like looking thing. And just no form on it, just the outside covering with this food material coming out. And I thought, yuck, and it was kind of green, so I thought of Soylent Green, the movie, because a guy at the coffee shop had reminded me about that movie for some reason. It becomes so connected. That's a movie where they were eating the humans that they killed to get rid of the population problem. Nobody knew what the food was. It was other humans. Oh no, it was a horrible movie. Long time ago. Soylent Green. So they use the words like soy to use it into the world to cause an effect, and there's all kinds of people that are anti-soy, anti-tofu. They used to tell us it has estrogen in it. It's plant estrogen. It's not even estrogen. So that was not true. It's not a problem. I'm vegan for the most part. So in that video, I explained I ordered a country fried steak, and I hadn't had any beef for years, or I had not ordered beef for a long time. I remember there was somebody who wanted to give me a cheeseburger, and they couldn't believe I didn't want a cheeseburger. You know, I was like, free cheeseburgers, I don't want one. Some people don't understand that. Well, some of us are quite devoted to being vegan. I'm not total vegan. I vary off. I have salmon every once in a while, once in a great while, and I'll also have like chicken and Chinese food if there's not some vegan order that's convenient. So like on a special, I'll get the chicken to save money because I don't have a lot of money, so I can get the special price, that kind of thing. And it's not very much chicken, it's a little bit, but people have to kill the chicken for me to eat that chicken. And so the people that prepare the food and have to kill the animals, they should not take all the karma, because it's everyone's karma. Vegetarian, vegan is less karma than if you're eating meat or fish. So it's got a lot of benefits. We don't damage the environment so much. We can use less acreage to produce enough food to feed the people if we're producing people food rather than animal food, which is an inefficient way of making food, and then it turns it into beef and pork. People want that kind of food, but it's harmful on the environment. So facts are facts, and they're not going to go away. It's like materialism. It doesn't go away. The physical shit doesn't go away. You know, you can tell it's still here, and it's still teaching us something. Physical shit teaches us stuff. It's real. That shit is real, you know? So, yeah, they turned it into egg foo young. Because I got egg foo young today, and it's got some egg in it, I suppose, but not very much. So here again, it was on a special, and they don't really have completely vegan food on the menu at the Chinese restaurant. So I realized that this is really factual. Like if I would have had a video and been able to keep the food, the first bite, and after it was molecularly changed. I'm not kidding you. Maybe you've seen stuff change. People can change form. Have you ever seen that? I don't know how they do it. It might just be in our mind. So there's really nothing changed, but our experience in our brain has changed. See what I mean? That's easy to tweak the brain. Much easier to tweak the brain than to actually make a brick of gold out of a brick of clay, and it becomes a brick of gold. But it's only in your mind because you never got the gold to the bank. You know what I mean? You might see it happen. It's getting us in the right direction. They do this magic stuff for a reason. It's all meant to be. Everything is meant to be. If you believe in superdeterminism, like science says, see, that solves Schrodinger's cat. It's predetermined whether the cat's alive or dead. So a lot of scientists don't like superdeterminism, but I really do, because I have precognition. How else do you explain somebody knows the future and tells me in a dream, if the future's not already there for them to tell me about? So that's also spiritual, biblical predestination. So, yeah, I'm really happy, and I felt bad that I was real upset, wondering if I'd eaten vomit or something. Well, I dreamed it kind of is from like an alien. What is that about? Like if people don't have any food and this alien, it's not really a life form. It looked like in the dream that I'm thinking it's probably vomiting this food out, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just where it comes from, like a sausage. Weird, huh? Maybe it's like on Star Trek, the food, the thing that makes the food, and it just replicates food for them. So it just replicated egg foo young for me instead of chicken fried steak. But I was so freaked out, I didn't want to eat any more of it, so I didn't. But they're telling me to shut up right now. They actually do dumb stuff to people's food, like they spit in the food. And I just heard a voice to shut up. It's like ridiculous. So I should know better than to be angry at this point, right? I should be past. When it says shut up like that, it's like I got to see this a different way. Okay, I'm looking for a different way to interpret it. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm trying to think of one. It's meant to be. So when I have to eat some shit in my food, it's meant to be. It didn't kill me. Yesterday I thought it was going to kill me. I don't know why, but I got sick. Like weak sick. Not throw up or not from a virus. I'm thinking, is this a virus? My lungs were congested a little bit. Maybe I've got COVID. And it explained the weird smells I was having. And then I got these horrible aches in my hips and aches in my arms. I just hurt like crazy. And I was really nervous. I was agitated because this was unexplainable. And I'm trying to figure out, what have I done to cause this? What have I eaten, or have I been around some virus or something? And then, no, it feels more like spiritual. It feels more like metaphysical, more like paranormal. Like they're trying to kill me, because they've been trying to kill me for the past, how old am I? That's how long they've been trying to kill me. So then I start figuring it out, and a 5-year-old girl tells me that she dreamed about the guy that he's not a human, he's a cumin. I'm not gay though, but that's okay. If it doesn't matter. This was the letter Q, like on Star Trek, a cumin. And they had to hide who he was, or the evil father would kill him. The father would kill him. If the world was to know, the local god would kill the cumin. This is about Christ. And then they told me that I'm Christ in another dream. And now I got the 4-page to stop the insanity of tribal warfare in the age of hidden cameras and nuclear weapons, nuclear missiles. You know? They're big ones. So, you know how much suffering's going on out there? Have you heard what they did in Israel? Because the people in Israel, Gabe Mate, M-A-T-E, he was raised as a Zionist, and he knows what it's like to be told that you're the winning guys. It's like MAGA. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as the Nazis with Hitler at the helm. It's the same as white supremacy. It's the same as Raza, that they're going to conquer, and we're all going to be speaking Spanish. We should all have to learn Spanish. And they got some pretty powerful God power, you know, that can change food. Or maybe put death energy on you. It's like, I'm going to die and somebody else is not going to die. Because that's how it played out. So I'm like taking pain for somebody else so they had a better day. It's called the economy of God in the LDS religion. That's the way Joseph Smith described this, as the economy of God. It's real. So they told Joseph Smith a lot of stuff that's real. Like Kolob, the star where the gods are, the extraterrestrials. So it's the latest major religion. And it's about family. And the one just before that is the Sikh, 500 years ago. It's about family. The last two major religions are about taking care of your family instead of spiritual quest. Spiritual too, but the family's like most important. Or second, or one, you know, whatever. So, let's see, the magic, I can't bend spoons yet. Extraterrestrials can bend spoons. Oh, I dreamed that they were using a guy who was teaching you have to have an umbilical cord, silver cord, when you go out of body, or else if you get that cord cut, you might die or something. He's creating dependency on him. So that's a guru that wants everybody dependent on him. So he had all these people doing out of body, and who knows what he was doing in his out of body experiences. Maybe a lot more than hidden cameras. You know? So cut the cord because I knew it wasn't right. To call his bluff. See, I'm out of body and I cut the cord. I'm still just fine. Another time I went out of body and I was going to go out playing around. Like the first time I decided to do that. Because before, all my out of body adventures were in service of what I call now the one that is everything. The one that is me, the one that is you, the one that is all things. In service of that one that is us. God, they call it God. So then, I could go through people's houses even if I was looking for my son. Because I needed to find him, and so then it was okay to go through the walls of the neighbor's house and fly through looking for my son. But that was the only time I should never go in someone else's house out of body. So, like, I was shown the book of life, and I was don't look at any people pictures, none. You're going to see symbols of their circles on the mountainside, and that represents the transcended people. They were complete. They were represented as a circle. So I thought of it's like a halo kind of thing. So then, everybody's crazy, but I've been accused of being crazy, and I was, and I've been said I was a lunatic, and I wasn't. So, you know, once you do something, it's hard to live it down, right? That's why we have forgiveness. Everybody's made mistakes. what do they say? Error is human, but to forgive is divine. To sin is human, whatever. I can't remember it. But forgiveness is like really cool. Some people think love is truth. I don't, but it's a close second. Love, it goes with like being saved from disaster. Love goes with having your life saved. So when we have romantic love, it's because the gene is going to continue. So it's saving our life in the next generation. So she's going to have your children. She's saving your life in the next generation. So you love her like more than anything. And it's similar for the women, but it's more about the family. And the place to raise them, a safe place. So the man's supposed to die so that they don't get killed. That's like Romeo and Juliet, right? So anyway, that's the truth. So I was going to talk about the new Team Fairness opening, and I'll put it in the description. And I wanted to talk about how difficult of time I had. I felt like I was going to die. I was starting to panic. So I have my bracelet for medical. It says on the inside, it's got some typed words. Anyway, I'll show you what it says. Stand by. That's written backwards. It says adrenal insufficiency because I had my pituitary tumor removed. So that's partly why I felt so ill. When it first happened, I'd feel like that all day. But yesterday I felt like really hurting. So I take higher dose of hydrocortisone. If I have something happen, some bad flu or something, especially if I'm going to vomit, then I got to use the needle if I'm vomiting, because I vomit up the hydrocortisone, and I need that because I need that hormone because I'm sick. It could be lethal. I could die from it. So I have a shot with it to put in the muscle. But I took like a 3-time normal dose with the pills. I'm down to a minimal dose, 15 grams, so that so I can live longer, because it does wear and tear on the internal organs if you're taking a high dose. So anyway, I've learned how to make this work, and I have to get rest after 4 hours of driving. So I'm driving Uber, and if I'm tired, I'll take a nap. Now I got to figure out something so I don't hurt my back on that, having the nap. But I only drive 4 or 5 hours, and that's it. And then I'm okay. I can do that. So I can keep making the computers work and the light bill, and pay for the Jeep that I have to drive the Uber. And now they're telling me they want me to stay here. Like the first time I've been welcomed, they don't want me to leave. They always wanted me to leave. They didn't want me around. Now they don't want me to go. Wow, I'm welcome here in Utah, where I grew up. So it's signs of victory. We're winning. This major world change is about ready to happen, that's represented by the return of Christ. Hello, I'm just an ordinary guy, born in Springville, Utah. I'm 67 years old. So I was given dreams that my writing is like priceless. It was in symbolism. I was just first learning about dream symbolism, and I'd been meditating. I had quit drinking, so I was starting to, in earnest, trying to find God, to save my life and to fix the problem that is me, that I was using alcohol to fix it, which made it worse. So anyway, I see a dream of a drum cymbal, bronze. And then the next symbol, drum cymbal, was silver. This is symbolism in the dream. Isn't that cool? The third one was gold. It's like every second it changed. So it's going into a higher value. And the fourth symbol was white with writing on it that I couldn't read. I realized that was my own writing as I was driving truck and writing without looking at myself right. I was watching the road and writing with the other hand. And so I knew, because they showed me a clue the night before that made me remember the dream about the symbols. And then the next day, I didn't plan it. I wrote this paragraph I needed to remember. It was like insight that happened while I was driving, and I wanted to remember it. And that was it. That was the writing on that highest value symbol that was just white with black writing. So that's where I realized my writing's it's my own writing that's so valuable. And I look back, what have I done? I've been trying to write something valuable. I wrote a lot about defeating the aliens that are keeping us under control. I was given a dream about them. And they say shut up, and I'm reinterpreting it now. So, and I've seen where we're getting along with them. I'm getting along with them quite well. I can hear them telepathically. I overhear them on purpose. And they're even planning to kill me. They're saying, like, we're going to have to kill him. And I'm like, do you promise? Because I don't care. I've had so many near-death experiences or similar dreams about the afterlife, and I know that's what they're about, that I just look at it like going through a doorway. I've dreamed of going through the tunnel, and I was supposed to go fast, and I could sense where there were spirits in the tunnel that needed help or whatever, and I would fly through them, like, and heal them. And then they stopped me because there was a physical object. It was a beautiful young woman in a bathing suit, in a bikini. And I stopped like 4 feet from her. I'm thinking, wow, what is this about? I don't know. I still don't know why. It's like a carrot on a stick that you lead the donkey with the carrot on the stick, and you're on the donkey's back, and you hold this carrot in front of the donkey, and you're on its back, and so the donkey walks forward to get the carrot, and he just keeps chasing that carrot. You get the ride to where you're going, so for whatever that's worth. Yeah, imagine that. I get their carrot ride, blah, yeah, right. So they use sexual attraction, sexual pleasure to direct us. They use everything about humans to direct us and to teach us. So they'll make us angry on purpose, so we learn not to get angry. So we learn a better way. A way where we actually get what the anger was supposed to get us, but it didn't get it for us. Instead, it got us more trouble. So, this is like a school. We're humans in planet Earth school. And it's time for the next grade to start because we got to stop all these wars before we kill each other off. So this one's going to be a big, major new teachings will happen. We'll see things we never saw before. We're starting to, like AI. People are very worried about AI. Well, if AI is programmed with team fairness, it's not going to be a problem whatsoever. All the corporations, if they're serving the law of fairness and team fairness, Problem solved. So, see why this is the most valuable writing. See why? Because this is what the aliens that were controlling us need for them to not need to control us. They don't need to control us anymore because we're learning what we're supposed to learn. So now one of them's happy. One of my spirit friends here that I've been with for a long time. She's happy and they're not going to run me over. Have a great day.